CV here, and it's been a hell of a long time since I last recorded. So just before I go to work this morning, I thought, no, I've got to get back into the swing of things and update you guys more often. I think it's been a few months since I last recorded, so thanks for sticking by. Main focus for this video today is just the lists are out, as most of you know, for Black Friday coming up end of November. So I've got my top 5 here to talk about. What else has been going on? A friend of mine at work, a new worker there, found out how much I love vinyl, and she bought me this revised a couple of years ago from 100 to 110 top Australian albums. Not ranked in order, but just sort of recommended, I think. Fantastic book, so listening to a lot of Australian albums as I do, there's a fantastic write-up on each one, the background, other artists talking about those albums and things like that, so excellent resource. And this Thursday night, that's right, only a few days away, seeing this fella here again. Saw him last year, if you remember. That's where I'll be. And it's the new album tour, so that's Thursday night at the local theatre. I can't remember what the capacity is, a few thousand people. So unfortunately, I couldn't get the front row middle. It still bugs me. The system was down. I was ringing up people, trying to get people to work to log in. I would have got it if it worked, but when it eventually worked, I couldn't get. I got 8th row middle, so that'll do. Anyhow, Black Friday. What do you think about it? Have you seen the list? I'll put a link in the description there if you want to go check it out. So I've had a quick look at it, not totally in depth, but here's my top 5. So at number 5, I've got Chet Baker. Chet Baker sings "It Could Happen to You." 1,500 worldwide pressing. Now, I say these 5 are from the exclusive Record Store Day list. There are actually 3 lists. It's the exclusive Record Store Day list. There are what they call Record Store Day regional releases, which are more smaller number of pressings released, I assume, only in different parts of the world. I'm not clear on that, and if you know, please comment. And thirdly, just releases that from artists that just happen to be coming out on that Black Friday, not necessarily an exclusive Record Store Day release. So this is just the top 5 from the exclusive list. Cecil Taylor, "In Debt." Now, Cecil had a release early this year for Record Store Day, which my local store didn't have. I don't think they will have this type of music, unfortunately. Cecil Taylor, in Debt. I think this is a live, version of that album has been out before, and I played on Spotify a couple of the tracks. There's only about 4 tracks on it. Go for a long time. And it's mad piano playing, just piano on its own for at least the first 15 minutes that I heard. Quite sort of random, I guess, quite aggressive piano playing in most parts. So again, of the jazz genre. That's number 4. Number 3, jazz again. Bill Evans, live at Art du Lugoff's. I can't pronounce. Top of the Gates. That's a 2 LP 2000 limited edition. Oh, Cecil Taylor's 1750 limited edition. So Bill Evans again, who I've got probably about half a dozen albums of in my collection at the moment. Just can't go wrong with anything he puts out. And this, I have no doubt, would be exceptional piano playing as well. So that's Bill Evans. At number 2, Chuck Berry in London. 12-inch, 2,350 worldwide. I think what it is it's from 2 gigs. I assume both in London. One's the main one, and I think the other record will be another live gig, I think. But Chuck Berry, I had a little play of that on digital media last night and was very impressed with it. A lot of the tracks on there don't seem to be his most popular ones that we hear over and over again, so that's even made it more attractive for me to check out. I've only got a couple of Chuck Berry in my collection back here, but they're not, they're like compilations or something like that. They're not the best recording, so I'm excited about that one. Again, if my local store has it. And number one, this one I think is probably at the biggest pressing in the all releases. It's the LP, 13,000 copies printed of Pearl Jam's Live at MTV, Unplugged in '92. Would you believe I've yet to hear this? I just saw a little bit on YouTube last night. It looked pretty cool to me. I do not own, I admit, I do not own any Pearl Jam in my collection. Plenty of CDs, a heap of them. But this would be a real nice way. Because it's based on, back then of course, the tracks, there's about 6 tracks or so from the album 10 that they've done unplugged there. It sounded pretty awesome to me. I hope it's recorded well. And that's my top 5. What do you think about that? As I said, I've got to go through it a bit more in depth to work out which ones am I hunting down. Do I want to buy them? What are the pricing? I have no idea. So a lot of investigation to do, but that's the start of it. Enjoy your week, everyone. I'll be putting out another video soon. Just hang in there. And if you can put in the comments maybe your favourite 1 or 2 from for the Black Friday list you might be adding to your collection. Cheers out.